What is up, gamers? Welcome back to more Pokemon XD. I caught Nose Pass off screen, so that's done. Let's take a look at the team. Not too much has changed. I just got like a couple of levels, maybe. I mean, Togepi and Grimer are the same level as your boy Donphan, so that's neat. I also finished the first two, or the other two boards that I hadn't done yet. Like the little mini game with the bingo board. And that unlocks more bingo boards that are more difficult. I thought I would mention that. There aren't just 3. If you go back and watch that VOD, there's just like a bunch of empty space under the first 3. That's not just a bunch of empty space, that fills out with the more challenges. And I also went to the wrong spot. But yeah, all we got was like a few ethers as a reward. That was about it. Other than that, I think that's all I did, so we're gonna head back here and fight Zook again. But this time we have the snag machine, so we can actually catch his Zangoose. Speaking of Zangoose, I guess he's just leading with it. Doduo is not the first Pokemon I would think of when I think Zook. But he has a Doduo. Yeah, Togepi still isn't evolved. Hopefully soon. I don't want to be stuck with the Togepi forever. Oh, I did give Togepi Reflect. So, you know, it's going to be able to support the team a bit more. Wow, that did a lot. Oh, it also has Tri-Attack. It doesn't even have 3 heads yet. Literally cheating. Oh, come on. Of the 3 status conditions it could have got, why that one? Like, I would have been okay with either of the other 2. Now that's more of like a Pokemon I'd expect Zook to have. You know what, Togepi? Go take a break. I have to weaken this Zangoose. Only level 28. Sludge Bomb. I don't know if I should Sludge Bomb it. I don't want to knock it out and then have to go back to Mirror B again. Yeah, I should have expected that to happen. What ability does Zangoose have in this gen? Does it have a... I just hope it has... What? Can it get Guts? I just hope it doesn't get Limber. Otherwise, this is gonna be pointless. Okay, cool. I know it gets, like, Toxic Boost or whatever in Gen 5, but, like, that's a hidden ability. Yeah, see, we're gaming, we're gaming. Soon, Donphan, soon you will get an actual move. Right in the background, the big pyramid. That is where you will get your move. I forget how deep into the dungeon it is, though. We're getting pretty far into the game, kind of. There's really only 2 dungeons left, but on the other hand, they're both, like, pretty long. I mean, I wouldn't say the Cypher layer is, like, super long, like this one. But the island, Cinedark Isle, that one is definitely long. This place is massive. And there's a million Shadow Pokemon there. Like, half the Shadows in the entire game are just in the one area. I don't think we've had any trainer have 2 Shadow Pokemon yet. In Coliseum, that just wasn't a thing. And it hasn't been a thing so far, but starting inside of this layer up here, trainers will start having 2 Shadow Pokemon that you have to catch. Flail. This moveset is so bad. Relicanth is really cool. I wish it was better. Well, we did. We beat Zook. And I don't think we ever fight him again. Zangoose is pretty decent. Pretty cool Pokemon. It learns Focus Punch, which I am pointing out. It comes with the Silk Scarf, which I'm mentioning just because I forget if there's a healing machine right at the start. I'm gonna go back just to be safe. I'm mentioning that because one time when I used Zangoose and Ruby, I gave it Focus Punch. It was like Focus Punch or like Facade, and like I got poisoned or something during the Elite Four, and I just left it. In between Facade and me predicting them to go for a status move and using Focus Punch, like Zangoose was just insanely strong. Really fun to use. I guess we'll leave it in the party because even if well, nah, I'll do it later. I'll wait till we catch a few more Shadow Pokemon to go and mess with the purification chambers. Like, everything's gonna get purified at a pretty reasonable rate. If I go to save here, yeah, Shadow Pokemon 33. We have 31 purified. I had purified everything, and then we just caught Nosepass and Zangoose. Here come the guards. See, I thought something like this would happen. Oh, you don't fight these guys, though. Because Team Snag'em shows up. They're like, we're cool now. Like, this time, our enemies are going to be put to sleep. I like how I like to think that these two guys, they're not even really part of Team Cypher. They're just two really buff guys, and Cypher's like, we don't have any buff dudes to guard our lair. Just hire these two randos. What do they say? Zzz. Oh, wait. Oh, it's Snork Mutter. I thought he was gonna go Snork me. Please post in the comments. Are you a honk shoer or a Snork me kind of a person? This is very important. Alright, so we're in the Cypher lair. This is where they make the Shadow Pokemon. Now, that said, I have no idea what's going on up here, because I think at this point they've already made all the Shadow Pokemon. We'll be done with the Shadow Pokemon production soon. That's the last of them. But, like what are... Let's get the purple stuff. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Also, they got this, like, giant microscope. I think that... is that... No. What is this? A laser? Can you tell I don't know science stuff? But it seems like it's just kind of pointed at nothing, so I don't really know what's going on here. The first of probably many ceiling grunts, ceiling peons. This one's named Absol, but like with one letter different. Ibsol. I forget if... Did we ever learn where the Shadow Pokemon are made? They were just made in the other lab, right? In the Coliseum. The one that they unabandoned. But I guess they made this bigger and better one. This giant pyramid, like... Somebody had to have gotten suspicious. Right? Like this big, ominous metal pyramid. Just out in the middle of nowhere. Someone had to be like, what's going on there? Because that... It couldn't have been built that quick. This is what, 3 years later? 2 or 3. Like, I don't think that building was just there. I think they built it in between. Oh, that did nothing. Oh my gosh. Let's just use Helping Hand Togepi. That's your real purpose. Oh man, Leer, the strongest Xatu move. Hey, at least it hits both enemies in doubles. It's like slightly better than it would be otherwise. It always sucked that Dustox got Confusion. Cause like, I don't know. No, Dustox gets Gust, right? And then Beautifly gets Absorb at level 10? That's so weird. Shadow Volbeat! No, there's no Shadow Volbeat. I doubt anyone would use the Shadow Volbeat, but it'd be funny. Tail Glow. Hey, at least it has that going for it. Surely Tail Glow won't have any repercussions with Smeargle being able to get it. I believe in Gen 3, like, Smogon, there's some kind of restrictions on Baton Pass, because there's like a Baton Pass strat that's just everyone hated, I guess. I don't know a ton about Gen 3 competitive, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, see, there's Gust. It's like neither of those moves are same type attack bonus. Poor Dustox. Not that there are really any bug moves for it to learn in this gen, but... if it got, like, Sludge at a reasonable time, but I also get that, like, it's a moth. So, like, it'd be kind of strange if it could just shoot poison, because it doesn't really do that, but I don't know. I really like Dustox's design. I think it looks really cool. I always find it interesting, the Pokemon that are clearly made just to, like, show off the generation, so to speak. Like, Pokemon like Spinda or Beautifly and Dustox were kind of designed around the fact that, like, you know, Game Boy Advance games, more powerful, we can do more stuff. We can have, like, 5 billion different Spinda patterns. We can have, like, the secret value of a Pokemon determine which Pokemon this Wurmple is going to evolve into, kind of a thing. I feel like every single gen has that. Like, Inkay evolves by flipping upside down because, oh, the 3DS has gyro. We gotta do it. You know, Gen 2 had, like, time-based evolutions, like, you know, the 2 new evolutions. Like Feebas, it requires beauty, because, like, oh, contests are a thing. We gotta have one of them evolve for beauty. Like, Scarlet and Violet has the Pokemon that you have to, like, throw them out of their Pokeball and have them walk a certain amount, because that's a new feature. And then Palafin evolves through, like, the friend circle thing. I'm trying to think. Sword and Shield just had a bunch that were just, like, convoluted for the sake of being convoluted, though. Like, it doesn't really feel like they're showing off, like, the capabilities of the Switch Pokemon game. It's like, what if Yamask was impossible to evolve without the internet? Maybe that's the point, because, like, everyone has the internet these days. They should expect everyone to go, you know, look it up on Cerebi.net. Critical hit. I might just switch Togepi. Well, wait, I don't have the EXP share. I was gonna check in the PC, like maybe I got it, and then I put it in the PC. There's a good chance that that happened, because I didn't play for a month, so I kind of forgot, you know, everything. Ooh, I could go follow me. I don't really want Togepi to faint, though. It's I don't think it's in danger, but, you know, these two aren't the strongest Pokemon. Oh, that's annoying if it uses it on Grimer. Oh, I don't care about that. Pokebee is not doing damage anyway. Oh, they double team Pokebee. Luckily, you see, it's pretty tanky, you know. It's pretty tanky if it gets hit by a Ledian 10 levels under it with a Psybeam. How much base special attack does Ledian have? It's like nothing. You know, we're gonna follow me. We're keeping Grimer alive, dang it. Oh, Ice Punch. That's a random move. That is a move that I don't think Illumise could learn until Emerald, which this game did come out after. This is a last Gen 3 game. See, they had some fun with the Emerald move tutor moves. They're like, what if we gave this random peon's Illumise Ice Punch? Why not? And you know what? Fair enough. If I was making the game, I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, you know, what's a funny move I could just give these random people's Pokemon? Like I mentioned last time, it's severely underutilized in the main series. Like, wouldn't trainers teach their Pokemon TM moves? Why would they not? Like, the fact that Cypher actually does is one of the many reasons why I think people tend to like them, because they seem way more competent than most antagonists in Pokemon. Oog's evolving! Oh my goodness, it's your boy Oog. Heck yeah, we got Muck. Always been a big fan of Muck, and I don't even really know why. He's just a blob with arms, but I like the blob with arms. Look at him. He's beautiful. Alright, Togepi, you're going in the back for a bit. Trying to figure out, there's a healing machine somewhere. There's like 3 different ways for us to go, and I don't remember which is the correct one. I feel like it's this way. Let's explore those other stairways before I go up there. Like, the basement is clearly not the way. Did I already go in the basement? I'm already free. No, I didn't. 8, 13. What the numbers? What do they mean? Now, I want to make it transparent right now. We are not doing this entire dungeon in one go. The Snag 'em base, easy to do in one episode. The other, this place? No, this one's getting broken up for sure. I'm double teaming this Octiller. I just want him gone. See, he even lived. I was correct to do so. Whenever I see Octillery now, I think of that there's like an Octillery that was famous in Japan. They had that one show, and I don't remember what it was called. It's like a Pokemon variety show. I remember watching like a little bit of it a couple of times back in the day, because Cerebi would like post about them, because Cerebi posts about everything that has to do with Pokemon, even like a little bit. And they would do like battles in said show, like a segment. And one of the cast members, like, he loved Octillery, and he would always use an Octillery. And he would give it Focus Band, and one time it like lived 3 or 4 times in a row from the like 10% Focus Band chance. And that became like a meme, I guess, like in the show. And this Octillery later like got given out as an event in Japan with like the Focus Band and the same moveset and everything. And it was also like a special thing you could get in Pokemon Ranch for the Wii. Like, you could get the Octillery with the headband. We obviously never got it in the West, but like the Japanese version of Pokemon Ranch, like the update that had Platinum, I think you could also get like Octillery wearing the Focus Band around its head. Really random Pokemon related thing, but every time I see Octillery now, I just think of that. I knew about that because I was obsessed with Cerebi as a kid, and I would spend so much time on that website, so I knew like every little random obscure thing about Pokemon at that point. But then I completely forgot about that Octillery until I watched Absol Blogs' video about Pokemon Ranch, and when he brought up the Octillery, it like unlocked a core memory. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that Octillery. It's all coming back. I think there's like art, like official art of it too, or somewhere. I don't have a good way to hit this Relicanth, so I'm gonna switch. Because the camera's on Clamperl for a second, I was like, wait, the Clamperl's getting returned? What's going on? It's gonna miss. Easy. Rock Tomb sucks. A lot of Relicanths lately. What's up with that? You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to look up if Nuzleaf learns Hyper Beam. I guess we'll never know. Okay, what is even down here? Oh, wait. TM, that's... Isn't that Thunderbolt? Yeah. Going down here did give a good item. Oh, right. Muck can learn Thunderbolt. I'm gonna have to think about that one. On one hand, Muck's special attack, very bad. It's got worse special attack than Breloom does. And Breloom is not known for its special attack. On the other hand, I don't have any electric moves, and having one would kind of come in handy. Yeah, that's a thinker. I mean, what other move am I gonna teach it? Because I want to keep Protect, I want to keep Helping Hand, I want to keep Sludge Bomb. So really, and I don't want to keep Shadow Punch. This was always gonna get switched out for something. It's just a question of if Thunderbolt is the thing I want to switch it for. I mean, again, what else would I use? Yeah, let's do it. I like having Electric move on the team. And this is the only one that we're going to be able to get. It's the only one that can actually learn said electric move that I want. So... there have been enough times where I've been like, man, I really wish I had an electric type move, that I think this is going to come up. Because, like, Donphan doesn't even have a rock move. Like, I don't have a lot for flying types. Though, our next party member might remedy that, but, you know. Okay, this looks like the correct way to me, but we'll see what happens. Maybe it's not, because the path kind of goes over there. Maybe they... You know what? Both stairs might connect up here, now that I think about it. Why is the Poke Food back? I mean, I know why it's back. They're just reusing assets from the puzzles in the ship. Because that's how you be doing game development. Okay, I don't think I can get to the other... That's right. So this just lets us get that item, those two items, and then we gotta go to the other side to actually progress. I'll save the game. We should be finally catching some shadows soon. I don't know if this person's got one, but definitely on the next floor. Huma. It's like, it's almost human, but not quite. Another Seviper. You know, it is kind of cool that, like, in XD you see all the Pokemon from Gens 1, 2, and 3. Because like I mentioned last time, Coliseum is missing a lot of the Gen 1 Pokemon. They don't show up because they weren't available yet. And most Pokemon games have, like, regional decks where not every Pokemon's available. But XD, like, in the main game, you see Pokemon, like, every Pokemon from, well, not literally every, but, you know, the majority of Pokemon that are in the gen at the time, which is cool. Anyway, that's a Shadow Paris. Yeah, Paris is interesting because it's not the worst thing to use. It is kind of late, but at the same time, like I said, we still have like half or more than half of the Shadow Pokemon to catch. So Paris, being one of the few Pokemon that has access to Spore, is not a bad trade. That said, I haven't tried to use it before in this game, so I don't know if it actually worked out. But I can't imagine it being... Like, I feel like if you're gonna use Paris in a game, this is the game to use it in. Which sucks how bad Paris normally is, because I actually really like how Parasect looks design-wise. I think it's really cool. And here's Growlithe. It looks shiny in its model in this game. Like, it looks yellow, which isn't shiny. Well, Tri-Attack's definitely not gonna KO. You know what? I just saved. Again, Muck, not the best special attacker. Yeah, see, that did nothing. But Growlithe, I mean, I guess I'll give short reviews for every Shadow Pokemon. Growlithe is pretty good because Arcanine gets Intimidate, and Intimidate's like the best ability in doubles, especially back at this gen. You can't do much better in doubles than Intimidate. The freeze! So I feel like Growlithe probably one of the best fire types you could use in this game. I mean, you have the Flamethrower TM already. I forget what moves it comes with. But even if it doesn't come with a good fire move, like, you have Flamethrower to teach it. I don't know if you really have too much else. Like, Arcanine's move pool is decently large. It's a little less large in this gen. But I imagine it'd be pretty good with, like, Flamethrower, Intimidate. I mean, just those two things alone with its, like, just kind of high stats across the board. I feel like it'd make a really good team member. I've debated using it a few times in this game, but I've never gotten around to it. Funny enough, I think the biggest thing that prevents me from using it is that I don't really like how Arcanine's model looks. I like the where they're going for, where it's kind of like sitting down, but again, it's one of those Gen 1 Pokemon where, because they're based on the Stadium 1 models, not all of them look great. Like, I think Paris looks fine, but I'm not a huge fan of how Arcanine looks in this game. So I always picture Arcanine being this really strong, powerful Pokemon, but the XD model just kind of looks goofy to me. Kind of running out of potions. You know what? I'll save the game just in case, because I feel like there's a healing machine right at the top of these stairs that we can get to before having to fight another trainer. Yeah, I remembered. I remembered because I know in the past every time I always heal and then go up the stairs, and then I'm like, oh, that was pointless. And another Ceiling Peon. This one probably also has a shadow. Gorog. That sounds familiar. Are some of these like the same grunts? Or are all the names just blending together because that's just how these names work, because they're all just gibberish anyway? It looks like we've got ourselves another Shadow Pokemon. Now, I have given a decent amount of hints. Oh wow, this setup is not good. I'm going to switch to Berlin now. I've given quite a lot of little hints as to what the Pokemon on my team could be. And Shelder is it. I think it complements the team really well. have a fire and a grass. I need to get that water for the fire, water, grass core. And also, I just really like Shelder and Cloyster. Like, both of them, I love their designs. Like, Shelder's just really adorable. And then Cloyster just looks really cool. I've always been big fans of those two. Now, what makes... You know what? I'm tempted to go Luxury Ball. Just for fun. See if it works. So, the reason I want to use Shelder, besides not having used it in XD before, is that it comes with Surf, which is always good to have in doubles, especially in this gen, because it doesn't hit your ally. Yeah, we got it in the Luxury Ball! And despite Cloyster, you know, normally being known for its physical attack, which it does have higher, its special attack isn't, like, unusably bad. You know, it's not as low as Muck, I don't think. Like, it's serviceable. And it makes up for that by having strong stab moves. With, like, Surf and Ice Beam. It also has really high defense, which means that, like, in doubles where it could potentially be attacked by 2 Pokemon at once, this is not a good matchup at all. But yeah, in those situations where it might get double teamed, it's not as big of a deal. Like, it can take multiple physical hits. Even if Water Ice isn't like the best defensive type, because it has ice in it. It's better than pure ice for sure, because water is an amazing defensive type, but ice doesn't add any resistances. Water just takes away some of ice's, but you know, you're still weak to fighting. And rock, although being part water kind of helps with that a little bit. Yeah, I just think it'll be really cool Pokemon to use. We have 3 Gen 1 Pokemon, but whatever. I also wanted another attacker, because I've got a couple of, like, more, like, defensive-oriented Pokemon with Togepi. Even Muck is more of a support Pokemon that can, like, kind of do damage. I want another Pokemon that can just kind of, like, spam Ice Beam and Surf, because I think that'll be good. Sharpedo's also really cool. Using the Shadow Carvanha is a little weird, though, because I feel like doubles is not the best environment for Sharpedo. It's just so frail. And again, in a game where it can get double attacked, it's probably just going to die. But on the other hand, I mean, if it's supported by, like, a good Rain Dance user, it could be cool. Because then it can do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with Surf, though. If it did, I think it'd be pretty good. Well, we've taken Gorog's Shelder. Definitely going to want to purify that, or add it to the team at least as soon as possible. But first, let's grab this PP up. And then there's one more item on this floor. But we gotta do this to reset the puzzle. Oh, wait. No, this... Where does this lead? This leads somewhere. It leads to another grunt. I guess we're doing another battle. I thought that it was just an item, not a whole other, like, little floor, but... Yeah, we'll do one more battle and then I'll call it. This person shouldn't have any shadows, though, because they're an optional trainer. Again, that's what makes that Poochyena and Ledabud in the beginning so weird. Because, like, every single other Shadow Pokemon is a required trainer that you can't miss. It's just those two that are way off in an optional area of the what's it called? I don't remember. I'm blanking on the name. Gadion Port or whatever. It's so weird that they're there. Like, the only other, like, optional one, I guess, is Dragonite, but that's only after you've gotten all the other ones, so that makes sense. It's like the final boss thing. Like, I imagine there are a lot of kids who played this game and didn't find the Ledabud and Poochyena because they're silly kids and they didn't explore. But I mean, like I said in one of my streams, like the first time I played the game, I missed those two and had to come back a little bit later. Like I did get them eventually, but and I didn't get too far in the game before getting them. But yeah, you know, maybe it's a good thing. I think if I would have caught the Letaba early on, I probably would have tried to use it because I was like, oh, Ledian! I don't have a lot of games where you can catch Ledian. I'm gonna use it. Like Ledian's cool, man. Is it not? It's not good. It's not good. And I'm not even, like, at all against using bad Pokemon. I've used plenty of bad Pokemon. I mean, using Togepi. He's not very good in this game. But Letaba is just on a whole other level where it's, like, not even fun to, like, use as a joke. Because he doesn't do anything. Like, Togepi at least can support the team. They just use Sweet Scent. Oh no, my evasiveness. Tri-Attack looks pretty sick in this game. Man, Togepi's gonna be like level 45 before it evolves. Well, that is gonna be the end of this part. Tune in next time. I'll probably Purify Shelter off screen, and then we'll go up the rest of the floors and see how far we get. I don't know if we'll complete the dungeon next time, because there's still a lot of shadows to catch. But before we leave, I just saved the game. I want to see if Togepi evolves from these rare candies. I want to know how close we are. Double Edge? No, I'd rather have Tri-Attack. I don't want to do recoil to myself. The answer to that question is it still doesn't evolve. Oh no. Well, tune in next time where we won't have a Togetic.